Welcome to ETN Community Spotlight, where we shine the light on a local nonprofit organization. I'm Derek Silas. Join me as we talk to today's special guest. You know, it's always a blessing to be in the land of the living, but I feel like it's even better to be living with good health.
Absolutely.
And a good quality of life. So Claire,
so important.
Tell me about the Oklahoma Healthy Aging Initiative. How did this all get started in Oklahoma, and what is the mission and purpose?
All right, thank you. Yes, thank you for having us. The Oklahoma Healthy Aging Initiative, or OHAI, as we call it as an acronym, it's much easier to say OHAI, began about 5 years ago when the Donald W. Reynolds Foundation came to OU, College of Medicine. They had heard about a similar program in Arkansas. And the Reynolds Foundation has funded a lot of senior health activities in the state of Oklahoma. And so they came to the OU College of Medicine and asked if we might be interested in implementing a similar program. And of course, we jumped at the opportunity. I mean, it was just fantastic. It's a natural alignment with what the Department of Geriatric Medicine is doing, and it involved a lot of community outreach, which we love, and is so important. So we are very excited to be in our 5th year. So that's kind of the history of it. The program that started in Arkansas started about 15 years ago, and we're set up very similarly, but we do things a little bit differently. We get out in the communities a little bit more. We have different types of people teaching our class. We use volunteers a little bit more. We teach a broad range of classes, but really, you know, it's just to improve seniors' health and quality of life, just as you said, is so important. And then also to work with local health systems at a local level and try to increase specialized care for seniors. There are some special health care needs as we grow older. And so we're very pleased in the Enid community to work with St. Mary's Hospital in their Healthy Living Clinic, focused on providing geriatric care.
Okay. Now, tell me about your role in the organization.
Okay. I serve as the Associate Director, and so in that role, I oversee all of our regional offices around the state. I see all of our budget and logistic operation issues, and then get to work with program development, so rolling out new programs, helping new offices get set up, and a lot of community partnership building, which I love. So I get the good fortune of traveling around the state and meeting great people that are working on behalf of older adults. So it's a dream job. I couldn't have a better position.
Okay. As you were saying, this initiative has 5 centers in Oklahoma. There's a center here in our region, in the Northwest region, and it's actually here in Enid. Give me an overview of the program that we have here in Enid. Sure.
So the program in Enid started in summer of 2015, and so it's been going very strong. It is just located in Independence Tower, downtown Enid, so they've got a great historic location. They're partnered, I have a partner location with the clinic from St. Mary's, so that works really well too. And we have 4 full-time staff at Enid, and they are responsible for providing education through 16 counties in northwest Oklahoma. So they may be anywhere from the far tip of the Panhandle over to Ponca City. So they have a pretty wide territory that they cover, but they do spend a lot of time here in Enid and the real surrounding area. And they do a lot of health education programs. They may be teaching classes like Tai Chi that really focuses on core muscle strength. We call it Tai Chi Moving for Better Balance because it helps prevent falls. They may teach classes in diabetes management. Diabetes is a big epidemic here in the state, so we focus a lot on that. But they also offer a lot of classes for family caregivers, helping family caregivers in their role. It's a big job. I often say that family caregivers are kind of the unsung heroes, so anything that we can do to strengthen them in their role and help them out is really important. So OHAI focuses a lot on that too.
Okay. Now, how is the program funded?
Sure. We have received 2 grants from the Donald W. Reynolds Foundation, and the money funnels through OU College of Medicine, and then out into our 5 communities. And we're on our 2nd year of our 2nd third-year grant. So they were 2 3-year funding cycles. And so we're about halfway through now, almost halfway through our second funding cycle. And so we are also looking at some sustainability planning and launching some other types of service models in addition to our just community education that will allow us to kind of grow our income and diversify our revenue streams.
Okay. Are there any fundraising events that you all participate in?
We have not started any annual fundraising events. We are looking at some of those in the future, and we have hired a development professional that will help us do that. We have some other annual events, for example, a lot of educational events. We have one coming up this summer. We have annual health forums, senior health forums each fall. So one of those will be here in Enid later in the fall. So we're excited about that. And those events they're about a half day in length, 4 or 5 hours. We serve people breakfast and lunch and have a few different speakers come in and talk about different issues that are important to seniors' health and how to make better informed healthcare decisions. So some of our real popular topics in the past have been, how's the best way to communicate with your healthcare provider? What are good questions to ask to make sure you get the most out of your visit? We all know that doctors are really short on time, so it's good to go in and have a list of questions you want to ask, have a list of topics you want to cover. So some of the forums talk about issues like that. We also talk a lot about using medications safely. The issue of polypharmacy, a lot of our seniors are on way too many medications. Some interact with others in a less than optimal way, so we talk about that. So the healthcare forums that will be in this area in the fall will cover topics like that.
Okay. Now, you said you had 4 staff members in Enid. Mm-hmm. How many seniors are being served?
Statewide last year we served over 10,000, and last year was our first year to have all 5 offices open.
Okay.
So this year, I would expect so far that we have served in this area easily 2,500. Our staff, our educators have been extremely busy. I know that our staff just today have already taught 4 classes in the Northwest region. So our numbers are really growing, and now that we're up and running in all 5 parts of the state, we look forward to those growing more.
Okay. And 2 minutes are left. Tell me, why is it important to focus on health, especially for seniors?
We have to own our health, and seniors are a gift. Growing old is a gift. We don't all get that opportunity to grow old, and we've got to own our health. We're responsible a lot for how we feel. In the field of public health, there's a well-known statistic that the way we feel in the overall health is only about 10 to 15% related to the formal healthcare system. So what we do at the doctors, when we go to the doctors, what kind of medications they give us, what happens at the hospital. The rest of that is up to us as individuals and us as our community. And we all have a lot of life left to live, no matter how old we are. And we can take small steps every day, set little goals, and feel a whole lot better and be able to give back, be able to enjoy life more. And we're in control of that. We have the power.
Okay. Now, what impact do you feel like this initiative has had on the Enid community?
It's great, and I'm so glad you asked. I grew up around here originally before moving to Oklahoma City, and so it's great. It makes my heart warm when I see people that I knew growing up take some of our classes. We have seen people enter the first class maybe in a motorized scooter and be able to walk out of the last class session. We've seen people lose weight. We've seen people that feel good enough to be able to actually go to a grandson graduation. And there's no dollar figure you can place on that. There's no chart or graph that captures the joy in that. And so it's making people, helping people feel better, helping people enjoy their life more.
Okay. Now, if a person or business would like to contribute, volunteer, or contact the organization, how could they go about that?
Absolutely. We have a website, statewide website, OHAI.org, OHAI.org. That has information for all 5 of our offices, as well as our state office in Oklahoma City. But we also just have an office right down the street here in Enid. in Independence Tower on the 7th floor, and they're always up there. They look forward to speaking with people, and we love to use volunteers. We love to use community ambassadors, and they can also just call that phone number. It's 297-5137.
Okay. Well, I thank you for all your information you gave me
Thank you.
today.
Thanks so much.